Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel and Opera channel, and this session I'm going to teach you another unit of the great course book 504 Absolutely Essential Words to improve your vocabulary for IELTS and TOEFL. Okay, this session I'm going to teach you unit 21 and just 3 other units have been left before just covering the whole book. Let me just show you the flashcards here. Theory is a hypothesis, and data, information, not processed very much. That is the difference between data and information. That is, information is more processed. As you can see, I've made some changes to my website. With the help of a plugin that I have installed on my website, you can be directed to some, let's say, other posts and pages with some relevant information, at a click. So these are not these do not show any flashcard, but they just direct you. If you click on them, you will be directed to the post with the relevant information. Dilemma, approve of, and so it's a great opportunity if you just visit my website at LELB.net. Population, this is a flashcard. People who live in proximity with each other, generally, a group of people. And essential. Okay. This is the address of my website. So easy. The domain is so easy. LELB.net. Just 4 letters. Okay. Plea is the first word. Means request. It's not request, it's request. Appeal. That which is asked of another. The employees turned in a plea to their boss for higher pay. So that is the difference between employee and employer or boss. So they requested for or made that plea. Turn in means to give, to offer, to actually it's so formal, to submit to their boss for a higher pay or salary. Okay. The president's plea to release the captives was denied by the enemy. So the president, this is capital P, so it must be the let's say chief executive plea or request to release or free the captive or hostages, or let's say prisoners, was denied or rejected by the enemy, the let's say opposing group. In court today, the judge consented to the lawyer's plea for a light sentence. So the setting or place is in a courtroom. The judge consented means agreed or compromised to the lawyer's request for a light sentence, not heavy sentence, not severe sentence or punishment, but it refers to the lawyer's client. Okay. Number 2, weary means tired. Do not mistake it for weary. This is weary and this is weary. The first word means cautious. It means cautious, careful. and the second one or latter means tired. Particularly exhausted means physically tired. I'm weary of debating the same topic all day, arguing it. The farmer grew weary of bringing in the harvest every year for the past 40 summers. So the farmer has been working on that ranch or farm for 40 years, 40 summers, and he has been exhausted or weary of bringing in means to acquiring, accumulating, gathering the harvest or reaping, let's say. The harvest every year for 40 summers. So it is somehow tried, repeated. Let me test my weary I'm sorry. let me rest. Let me rest my weary bones here before the match commences. Rest my weary means tired bones. It means let me take some rest. Let me get some rest. Okay, for a while before the match or competition starts. Commence versus commerce. You are familiar with commerce means trade and advertisement, but commence means a start. So do not mistake them for each other either. Okay. Collide. Collide means come together with force. Another counterpart. This is collide. This is collude. Collide means to strike against each other. Okay, to cross each other, perhaps. To hit each other. Collude means to have conspiracy. To deceive, to try to deceive somebody by having an accomplice. And the noun forms are collision and collusion. Okay. When the two autos collided, it means they hit each other. The people in the fragile or sensitive or easily broken, and the smaller one perished. They passed away, they died, they lost their lives because the car was so easily damaged. Committees are exploring ways of keeping cars from colliding. Some automatic brakes, perhaps, are exploring, are examining ways, inspecting ways of keeping cars from, it means preventing them from hitting each other. In my estimate, not estimate, but estimate because it's a noun, the two bicycles collided at 5 o'clock. So clear. Confirm. Prove to be true or correct. Make certain. Confirmation is the noun. Means verify. The way Victor talked back to his mother confirmed that he was defiant. Means disobedient. The verb is defy. A probe of the criminal's background confirmed that he had been in jail numerous times. So, an investigation into the criminal's records, background records, verified that he had been in jail or prison for several times, so many times. Years of research, American pronunciation, Research, British pronunciation, confirmed. The theory, again, I have made some changes to the CSS of my website and about internal links. So if you just hover the cursor of your mouse on them, it is highlighted, so it is more beautiful and exciting. The theory that smoking is harmful. As a matter of fact, it has already been scientifically proved that smoking is harmful. Verify, the same meaning, confirm. Verification is the noun. Prove to be true, confirm. A yes man is an employee who will verify everything the boss says. A yes man, a person who is submissive. Submissive, obedient, is an employee who will verify and accept everything, and also, let's say, confirm everything that the boss or employer says. That person is sycophant. In English we call it sycophant. Let me see. Sycophant. Yeah, I really hate this characteristic. This is one of the most disgusting characteristics that as a matter of fact I really detest. And the sycophant is a person who just flatters a person in a higher position or rank in order to just take some advantages, flattering. Let's say phrasal verb is butter somebody up. Butter up. Okay, let's forget it. Okay. A yes man is an employee. Okay. I was there as a witness to verify the charges against the bus driver in a court of law, perhaps courtroom. I was there as a witness or observer. Actually, a witness is a person who has observed an event, and here he or she just gives testimony to verify the charges, punishment, or sentences against the bus driver. The data or information I turned in, or I submitted, or I just presented or offered were verified or confirmed by the clerk in our office. So clear. Anticipate means look forward to, means wait for eagerly or enthusiastically. Expect. We anticipate a panic or great fear if the news is revealed to the public, is shown, is displayed, is passed on to. We can expect to receive a lot of, let's say, turmoil and panic if the news is just spread. Harriet anticipated the approach of the mailman with fright. Harriet just expected the approach or arrival of the mailman with fright. Some excitement, some threat, frightening, it was frightening. With his weird powers, strange, magical power, let's say, Laurie was able to anticipate the ringing of the telephone, so she could just anticipate at which exact time the telephone started ringing. Dilemma is the British pronunciation. Situation requiring a choice between two evils, a difficult choice. Predicament and a decisive, let's say, decision that must be made. It is sensible not to panic in the face of dilemma. Yeah. let me see, crisis management, managing crises. You know, critical situations, you need to develop some techniques and skills to manage and overcome your stress, for example. Not to panic in the face of or in front of dilemmas or a dilemma. Lottie faced the dilemma of whether to approve of the operation or not. Yeah, this is such a situation. To face or deal with or be confronted with the dilemma of whether to approve of or advocate for or accept the operation, particularly it must be a surgical operation or not. The Lady or the Tiger. Okay, in The Lady or the Tiger, the hero had the dilemma of which door to open, because actually it was either a tiger that cost him his life or a lady that could maybe actually get romantic. Okay. Detour, the first syllable is stressed, is a roundabout way. When you just prolong your way to some extent in order to avoid some problem or danger, the opposite is shortcut. For example, when you take a detour, and the opposite is when you take a shortcut. Pop was uneasy and nervous about taking the detour in his strange town, making the path longer. Okay. In order to evade city traffic, Anthony took a detour. In order to just not to face that heavy traffic or congested roads, Anthony or Tony took a detour. Tony is the short form or abbreviated form. The detour took us 10 miles off our course. So it made the course or journey or path 10 miles longer. Merit, goodness, worth, value. There is little merit in lying to those you love. There is little merit, and I believe that there is no merit at all in lying to those you love. It means that actually there is no advantage in telling lies to those you love, to anybody, particularly your beloved. My brother was promoted because of merit, not because of friendship. That is great. We have meritocracy. It means a particular way of or system of government based on merits, not based on connections, based on disciplines and principles, not based on connections or acquaintances or familiarities and friendship. Do you think the tradition of marriage has any merit? Oh, this is so pessimistic about the concept of marriage. Do you think the tradition or convention or custom of marriage has any merit? Oh, I don't know what to say about that. Transmit. British pronunciation transmit with Z, and American pronunciation transmit with se. Send over, pass on, pass along, let through, convey. Garcia's message was transmitted to the appropriate people. Sent out. It was sent out to correct people, to intended people, and proper people. Scientists can now transmit messages from space vessels to Earth. Spaceships. for example from International Space Station, ISS. Okay. Our local radio station does not transmit broadcasts after midnight. Because it is local, it is not global, does not send out or emit, also you can say emit, after midnight. Relieve, make less, make easier, reduce the pain of, replace, release, free, these are all verbs. The noun form is relief, like believe and belief. The pills relieved the pain from the wound I received in the conflict or battle. It was a painkiller. Clear. A majority of the population wanted to relieve the mayor of his duty. It means most of the population wanted to relieve and free or release the mayor, the person who was in charge of the city management, of the duty or missions or responsibilities. The peace agreement relieved us of the threat of an attack. Peace agreement or treaty. Means protocol. Relieved us of the threat or danger of an attack. Yeah, we just buried the hatchet. Make peace. So after signing that peace treaty, we just eliminated the potential or threat of or menace of any further attack. Baffle means be too hard to understand or solve. Confuse. How so mediocre a player earned so much money baffled me. So this is the subject of the sentence. This is the subject. So it's not a question. Don't think that if a sentence starts with how, it must be a question, or if it starts with what, so it must be a question. No. So how so mediocre means so ordinary, customary, not special, not singular. A player earned so much money baffled me. It was so baffling. It was so confusing to me. The topic of relativity proposed by Einstein is a baffling one. It's a baffling topic. Sherlock Holmes would undoubtedly have been baffled by the way the crime was committed. So it is somehow, maybe actually it is said ironically, it must mean that even Sherlock Holmes, who was a very resourceful detective, would certainly have been baffled and confused by the intensity, or let's say severity, or let's say complicatedness or complexity of the crime that was committed. Remember, if you want me to help you to get prepared for the IELTS exam or TOEFL exam, or actually if you have an interview, or if you want to improve your writing or whatever that is related to English, make sure that I can help you. Just visit my website at LELB.net and join the other students. I have so many students, and actually if you just visit my website at LELB.net, you will have a lot of advantages, and Hopefully it is gaining a lot of popularity these days. And if you are in Iran, you can just visit my Opera channel. Let me just show something. Okay, so or here actually in this sidebar you can have access to a lot of links, and this is the Opera channel and flashcards, some flashcards on Instagram. Just follow me on Instagram at again LELB Society, and do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel to receive further lessons. Thank you very much for your attention and have a great time.